All right. Well, our next speaker is from Charleston, South Carolina. She is an absolute shooting star. Help me welcome to the stage, Meg Watson. Give her a hand.
Hey, everybody. They're up here saying, I don't know what I'm doing here. I really don't know what I'm doing here. I think if I was sitting in your shoes, first of all, a little over a year ago, I had just decided to make the move to EXP. Like Shireen, who I love, by the way, wherever you are, I was raised by a family of realtors as well. So I felt like I knew it all, starting 25 years ago when I got into the business. I was a director of recruiting for a short period. I managed a few offices of up to about 120 agents. My career was on this all-time high. I was doing fantastic. I made a move to Charlotte in '09 when the crash had hit. Got a huge opportunity up there that I was kind of promised, the sun, the moon, and the stars. And I got up there and it was toxic. It was not what I expected. So here I had moved 3 kids and my toxic marriage at the time. And for about a 5-year span, my friend Shelly Johnson and those that are close to me know, life wasn't so great. And a lot of things happened. I lost both of my parents and all kinds of crazy things happened. Got a divorce, got out, moved back to Charleston. My name had not been in my market, y'all, for 12 years in sales. And I said, I've got two teenagers still living at home with me. I'm going to make this happen. And Shelly knew that I really wanted to start something again. I really love to help other people. I love to grow teams. I love collaboration. And at Keller Williams, I felt like I was lacking a lot of that. So she was searching, I was searching. She was in Charlotte. I got a call from her almost 2 years ago, and she said, Meg, we found what we've been looking for. I said, really? What's that? She said, we just flew back from California. You got to hear about this. This has your name written all over it. Well, I was slammed. It was the summer season, so it took me like 3 months. I finally looked at it. About 16 months ago, I analyzed it. I poked holes in it. I joined. Then I was sitting in your seat 5 days later at EXPCon last October in Fort Lauderdale. And I remember thinking, but I'm not a Brent Gove. But I'm not a Rob Flick. I don't know hundreds and hundreds of agents across the country. I'm a little farm girl that moved to Charleston, South Carolina, and had had a successful career in my little pocket, right? Are we all raised and kind of in this business to think that way? One thing that man right there said to me, Brent Gove, at EXPCon in Fort Lauderdale was, Meg, this company will change how you think. It will open your mind to a world that you never knew existed and really has never existed in real estate. And I made 19 pages of notes, guys, and I haven't gone through one of them yet, so I'm just going to talk, if that's okay. I promise I won't be here in 3 hours. But if I could get one thing, if I could relate to the people that are here either checking out this company or are new to the company or haven't reached the goals that you think you want in this company, I am telling you right now, this is change of the real estate industry. And you're sitting in it right now, you're absorbing it right now. Don't let the small-minded, my market, my office, my collaboration, my broker, push it all to the side. Because honest to God, the sky's the limit with this organization. I am barely tapping into not only my market, but where I want to go for my future, for my family's future, and for hopefully thousands of agents' futures. You know, I'm not in this just for me. I love my clients. I love what I do. I'm blessed to say that even though it was a very risky move for me as a single parent, just getting back into a market where nobody knew me, and I was on a team where I was the lead luxury buyer's agent. I love luxury. And I was getting handed these leads for 1.5, 2 million, 3 million. You hand them to me, buddy, I'm gonna close them, right? But I had no overhead. I had no expenses. I had no stress. My son had been on drugs. I was sending him to rehab. I mean, it was a stressful 5 years. And guess what? EXP not only showed me the light and the opportunity to help people, not just in my office, not just in my market, not just in my state, but all over the world. And that excitement that I have felt, honestly, this is my 25th year, and it's never been this way before. So I guess I do have a few tips, so I skipped everything else. I was going to tell you a really funny story about Shelley Johnson, but I'll tell you in person. Just come find me. I'm thankful, first of all. Abundance is my mindset for 2019. I think a lot of people have been in that mindset a lot longer than I have. I have to admit, I was in scarcity for about 5 years. My first 20 years in the business, everything I touched turned to gold. And then for about 5 years, both personally and professionally, it turned to you-know-what. It was not gold. But I'm extremely grateful, and my mindset this year is abundance, because we are sitting truly in the atmosphere of abundance. We just have to take advantage of it. So a few tips I wanted to say just for attraction, from my perspective anyway. If you show agents how much you care, they don't care how much you know. First and foremost, ask them questions. You approach them with, oh my God, I gotta tell you about EXP. What are they gonna do? Get away from me, you and everybody else, right? You approach them with, how's your business going this year? Tell me about last year. How'd you end up 2018? We're in a perfect time of year right now to go, how did you end up 2018? Was your production up or down? Okay, what do you like about your company? What do you not like about your company? That's where you're gonna find their pain, to show that you care about them. Ask about their kids. If you don't remember if they have kids, do you have kids? And then you get into that conversation. But show that you care, and they will then care how much you know and what you want to share with them. Number 2, energy and confidence. I had a lunch meeting. I had a really slow start to, I would say, the first 6 months. He might not say so, but I thought it was a really slow start. And I recruited this, or attracted a guy. I was sitting in a CE meeting, and I got a text message from a KW agent. Didn't know the guy. He was in my market, but I never worked in my office. So he texted me, he said, hey, I want to know more about EXP. I met him. He joined that day. I was like, oh, this is easy. A couple days later, he calls me up, and he says, I want you to meet Robin Phillips and her husband, David. Will you do a meeting with us? Because I don't know the answers to the questions. I said, of course. So we meet for lunch at Wasabi. We're sitting there. I'm across from Robin, and she's like this. She's a high D. And I'm going, oh, shit. We might not be getting along so well. So I talked to her, and I'm just sharing with her my experiences so far, and this is changing my mindset, and blah, blah, blah. At the end of the luncheon, we're walking out, and I'm thinking, I didn't get anywhere with this woman. She pulls my arm back. She goes, I want to tell you one thing. And I said, what? And she goes, I want what you have. And I said, what's that? And she goes, the energy and the excitement, I want it back. She said, I had it with KW, and I don't have it anymore. She joined. She called me this morning with some huge hitters that she's working on this week. So super, super excited. So energy and confidence, right? When you talk about this, don't be like, well, I joined this new company called EXP. You really should hear about it, okay? It's got to be fun. Utilize your upline. I cannot stress this enough. I would not even have 2 people if it hadn't been for Shelley and Craig from Charlotte, if it hadn't been for Brent. I know he got tired of me blowing up his phone, but I was like, I don't know the answers yet. Can you help me? And they did. They will. So don't wait until you know the answers. Don't get into analysis by paralysis, and you're gonna waste valuable time and money, because guess what? There are other people out there that are gonna use their upline, set up those conference calls, and get those people before you do. If you're in a new market, I was on the ground floor in Charleston, And asked Shelly, she wanted to beat me for a few months because I was kind of humdrumming it. I was like, well, I don't have a team here like you do. I don't have Craig and all these great people, Bill Price and all these people to collaborate and do things with in my market. The key that I wish someone had told me in the beginning is find 2 to 3 influencers in your market right away. Get them in touch with Brent. Get them in touch with Gene. Get them in touch with Rob. Whatever you need to do, say, I want my ground floor team. Does that make sense? It really does make the collaboration and the energy in your market, I think, better. And I've finally done that. Now things are really pushing along. Last one, be present. Chris, where's Chris Bear? He's in here somewhere. I was meeting with he and Sheila earlier, and he said this, that she said to him, and you probably said it to me originally too, but be present wherever you are. I'm talking in your transactions, you guys. We interact with agents all day long, all week long. And you don't have to be the one that goes, have you heard about EXP? In an obnoxious way. But guess what? Do they love working with you? Do you follow up? Are you helpful? Are you knowledgeable? If you are, then at the end of that transaction, you're crazy if you don't say, I really want to get together with you and have coffee and talk about EXP. There's a huge opportunity here. Okay? Be present. It can be in a bar. I was sitting having dinner at a bar by myself after showings last week, and this guy goes, hey, I overheard you talking about real estate to the bartender. I said, yeah, are you in real estate? He goes, yeah. We're having a meeting this Friday for coffee. It turns out he's one of the top agents in downtown Charleston, and I never even knew him. One agent can change everything. That's my last point. One agent can change everything for you, for your future. So don't ever hesitate. You don't know who you're talking to, but don't hesitate to bring it up in a kind, caring kind of way. Number one thing I always tell people is we are a real estate company first. Please don't ever forget that when you're presenting to other people. I always try to keep that at the forefront of my mind. If we present as a real estate company first, people are watching us. We are the leaders. People are watching us. So I was really hesitant the first year. I wanted to wait and see what my production did when I left that team and when I went out completely on my own in a market I hadn't been in 12 years. And I was up 27% over being on a team this past year. Now I'm plastering that all over Facebook. You better believe it, because they're watching me and they're watching you. So stay focused on your business. Hire people to help you with your business if you need to make that production better. But we're always a real estate company first. I wish all of you the best of luck, and thank you. Wait a minute. First of all, thank you, Brent, Gove, and James, for putting on this awesome event.